the truth about the online business space. Now, this is going to be my interpretation of it. You might agree with some of the stuff, you might not agree with some of the stuff. That's okay. We're all entitled to our opinions. All right, so first things first, I want to be frank with you. The online business space is a fantastic space to be in. However, a lot of the stuff that you see online isn't necessarily true. Now, you're probably thinking, what do I mean by that? So when people are selling you courses, they'll say to you, this person's managed to make 10K in a month, or this person's managed to make 60,000 in 6 weeks. Now, that might be true, okay? I'm gonna hold my hands and say, yeah, that probably is true. But you don't know the background of that person. That person might have a major experience in sales, might have a really good experience in marketing, might already be delivering a product, but just needing an extra push or an extra bit of mentorship to get them to that next step. You don't know where they're at in their personal journey. So therefore, you can't compare yourself to that person. They're gonna tell you their best results. Of course they are. Like with anything, we're gonna tell you the best results because we want you to believe that. However, don't believe everything that you see, testimonials, all of this stuff. It is true. They probably are true. However, how likely is it that it's happening that fast? Probably a 2% chance. That's just that minority of people that already have experience in the skills and the knowledge of what they need to do to make that next step of money. Whereas for most of us, me included, it takes time. All right, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to front with you. Time and consistency equals your output. Okay, if you are consistent with what you do, you wait a long enough time and you don't give up, you're going to get there. All right, but it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen. You don't get to 10K. You don't get this mansion. You don't get the bikini babes. You don't get all of this stuff. I'm sorry to say that it's not all facts. A lot of it is people selling you the best part of their course or their mentorship so that you will sign up for it. Okay, the likelihood of you converting or to get a return on that, it happens. Look, it happens. It takes time. But the thing is just don't give up. Whatever you do, do not give up on what you're trying to pursue. If it's an online service-based business, which I 100% recommend out of any business model, that online service-based business is the best. Reason for that, such a low capital cost, but such a high return. The second thing I want to mention about this as well is you hear people charging 10, 20, 30 or $1,000 a month, okay, for a service. Now, that's fantastic, all right? But you've got to remember that what you're charging is directly correlated to the value that you can bring that business. If you have no clue what type of service to deliver, no one owes you any sort of money. I'm sorry to say that, but nobody does because you've got no clue. You need to learn the skills. Once you've learned the skills, then you can start thinking about, okay, I feel comfortable charging this amount. You need to ask yourself, what money do you feel comfortable charging so that they can get a return on investment? That is the most important thing. Because if we don't do that, the issue arises where we're going to be like, oh, okay, so you're charging me this much, but I'm only getting this much in return. You don't want to be in that with business owner because then you're going to get a bad rep. If you get a bad rep, it's going to be even harder for you to sign clients. So the most important thing is you charge what you feel is comfortable. Remember, value is directly correlated to the amount you charge. Charge less, that means you don't have as much value in the game. And you need to bring your ego out of the game with this. Quite frankly, if you're brand new, you don't know anything about the skill. So you need to make sure that you learn the skill before you start earning from the skill, okay? Now, with that in mind, you just need to remember that it takes time with any of this stuff. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Consistency in time equals your output or your goal. Do that and I can guarantee that you'll make money from your online service-based business. But what I don't want you to do and what I don't want you to believe is all of these people doing it within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks or 6 weeks. It's not feasible unless you already have the skills or you've already built up your online service-based business to a point where it's ready to go and it's already earning money. So just don't believe everything you see on the internet. Work hard. And as always, you know, guys, take action.